What's up, YouTube? We're going to do this a little bit different this week. I'm going to do it from my cell phone and see how I like it. That iPhone X. Oh wow, looked like a ghost right there. So yeah, mainly also because one of my sales reps' computers went down and I'm a nice guy. So I said, you know what? You can use my brand new iMac Pro. Had it for a day. See how that thing treats you, and she loves it. But anyways, so I'm going to do some sales stuff today, coming right at you. I had someone give me some feedback, and they said you got to add more of Chris Wheeler in there. We want to see more of your energy. I think I'm a pretty energizing guy. I know I bring a lot of value, but shit. All right, so here's the thing, right? I'm going to talk about conviction today. Conviction behind what you're selling and why that's so damn important. And I think I talked a little bit about it. If you haven't heard my podcast, go check out my podcast, The Success Mindset by Chris Wheeler. But you need to have conviction with what you sell. That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's important. My first sales gig, I sold international real estate, right? My very first sales job, big rips, right? So we're talking $100,000 with the cheapest thing all the way up to millions of dollars, right? So it was good commissions. It was great. But here's the thing. I had conviction for about 2 years and it just dropped and my sales dropped, right? If you're not sold on what you're selling, you're not going to sell a whole lot of it. It doesn't make any sense. Like if you're not sold on what it is you're selling, like the way I like to break it down for people is something like this, right? So my first company I started was something that I use personally and that I love and I have a passion for. So of course it's easy to sell because I already have a huge passion for what I'm doing. So a lot of people that get into things like selling, I don't know, something you're not interested in, right? You're selling vacuums, you don't have a passion for vacuums, you're not sold on that product, you're not sold on that company, you're not sold on other people running it, you're not gonna be able to sell it, right? You're not gonna be able to, you can, but you're not gonna get the results you want. Let me put it this way. When I had a bunch of conviction behind me, I had a bunch of enthusiasm behind me when I was selling that real estate, there was no one that I couldn't close that was closable, right? So everybody closable, I closed. Everybody that I needed to get to move forward, that wanted to move forward. Once that conviction stopped, once that enthusiasm was gone, once I was no longer sold on that company, on that product, my sales dropped. I was no longer interested, right? Because here's what happens. And you probably, if you're watching this, you've been in sales, doesn't matter, automobile, real estate, product, service, doesn't matter, right? If you've had any sort of success in sales and you've watched your sales drop, usually it can be one of two things. One, you're not motivated anymore. You're not enthusiastic, or you're a lazy motherfucker. And I don't think you're lazy, right? So it has to be the former. It has to be the fact that you're not sold on what you're doing anymore. And it's so powerful. Like, it's so powerful being sold on what you're doing and having a higher calling and going to work with that purpose. Because here's what happens, and I've seen it. I've had to let people go because at the end of the day, I see they're coming in and just going through the motions, and I bring them in my office and I'm like, is this something you really want to do? Is this something you really want to do? Do you really want to sell here? Do you want to be here? And they said no. I'm saying, well, take that next first step, that next big step in your life, right? You don't have to be here. That's fine, right? If you want to move up the chain, if you want to stay here, great. But if you're not, if this is something you don't have conviction for, you're not sold on anymore, either A, let's sit down and let's talk it out, or B, like, you got to go. Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for me or you. It's not a good fit anymore. So there's really three big things to get sold on what you're doing. Three big things. So you should be sold on the product you're selling, because how easy it's to sell to somebody when you're already sold on it. Two, you should be sold on the company you're selling for. Right? Good morale, good people, great establishment, and so on. And third, you should be sold on the people running it. One of the three, or even better, strike out all three, will really help you to move forward and sell more shit, sell more stuff. Now, I don't want you to use this as an excuse, like, you know what? It's because I'm not convinced, I'm not sold, I'm gonna get out of here. Because you're gonna find yourself going through a lot of jobs, and if that's what you want to do, more power to you. But you have to find the one. And like I've said, it might have been actually, I think it was a blog, it wasn't a podcast, but the easiest thing to do is look at the stuff you're using in your everyday life. That's what I did, that's what I do. I look at the stuff I use in my everyday life, and either A, like, I can sell it, or B, I can go work for that person selling it already, right? If you have the capital, of course, you're a good salesperson, you want to start your own business, you already are, fucking do it. But if you're on the hunt for a job, you're not happy where you're at, and you're watching this, or you're questioning it, and you're writing some stuff down right now. Do I have conviction? Am I really sold on where I'm working? Take a look at that, because a lot of stuff I use in my daily life that solve problems, monthly, weekly, yearly, whatever, I want to be a part of that because it's bigger than me and it's something I can get behind. Because it comes across the phone, it comes across when you're talking to potential clients, it really does. I'm sure you've seen it before. You've walked in to get a car or to buy something, and there's that person, right? May I help you? I'm here to help you. And you're like, what the hell? Are they on commission? They should be, because I don't know what's going on right here. You don't want to be that guy or girl. You want to be fully behind it, and you'll change lives. And it's crazy. It's crazy because the more that I find, the more sold I get on my product, the more conviction that I have, the more enthusiasm that I have, the more units and the more successful that I get. But it's an active thought. It's an active process. I don't wake up every day and be like, oh man, I'm stoked, right? No, it's not like that. I'm a human being, and so are you. So some days it's not all there, but I have to sit down and actively think about it, actively work on my mindset to have that conviction, because it translates. And it doesn't just translate over the phone, your tone of voice, right? 90% of not what you say is how you say it. Your body language, all these things contribute to it. So a lot of people out there might be like, oh, my sales are down or whatever. It's sometimes as easy as that. You're not enthusiastic. You don't have passion. You're not full of conviction. So my number one thing, if anything, out of all the videos you watch me, if you can take one thing away, find something you're passionate about and find some damn conviction.